but Miss Kate said no. I'll tell you what you can do. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and cracker jack. I don't care if I never get back. Let me root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Katie Casey saw all the games, knew the players by their first names, told the umpire he was wrong all along, good and strong. When the score was just 2-2, Katie Casey knew what to do. Just to cheer up the boys she knew, she made the gang sing this song. Take me out to the ball game, take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and cracker jack. I don't care if I never get back. Let me root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
Greetings, everyone, and welcome to live coverage of Orioles baseball, where this afternoon the Baltimore Orioles will play their final exhibition game before opening day this Thursday as they take on the Washington Nationals at Nationals Park. Look where we are. We're at Nationals Park. The Orioles will be taking on the Nationals this afternoon. Again, the final exhibition game of the 2025 season. Come Thursday, it counts. Folks, welcome back. How you doing, everybody? It's your old pal, the BirdWatcher here. People call me BW for short. That works for me. This channel is dedicated to covering Orioles baseball. I do live play-by-play and commentary. This is the second season for this channel. And in the first season, I called every game. All of them. I got no let-up. I got a really good work ethic. So if you enjoy baseball, and if you're an Oriole fan, this is definitely a channel you're going to want to have in your recommends, in arm's reach. So go ahead and subscribe. It's free, and we're growing here. We got a number. It's over there. Going up. Join the fun, okay? My intro game isn't so hot today, but usually I do a pretty good job. I guess I'm a little bit distracted because we got some bad news. We got a rain delay. No. Oh, man. 162 games and hopefully maybe about a dozen or so playoff games this year. That would be great. And before we get to any of those, we got a rain delay. The tarp is on the field as of 16 minutes ago. They took it off about 45 minutes ago, then put it back on. Maybe I can bring up the radar here. Let me take a look. See what's shaking. Oh, wow. There is a band of rain for sure going across the mid-Atlantic here. D.C., Baltimore, Philly, New York, all in the path of this band of showers. All I can say is it looks like most of it is to the east, so it's gone past us. And that the heavier rain is also past us. Let me play this animation. Maybe that'll help. Yeah, we're right on the western side of this band of showers. Barely really in the path. So hopefully we won't have a long delay. I mean, I don't have any snacks. It's it's coming up on midnight here. Actually, for the next 5 minutes, let's enjoy Monday together, because it's Monday where I am for another 4 minutes and change. Got a cup of coffee here. We're going to be here for a little while. I don't have any plans. I guess Douglas and Chilo are here in the Charm City chat. Hello, Douglas. Hello, Chilo. Yeah. There's nothing. There's a line of showers, and everything to the west is clear, it looks like. So, but it's also moving in a northeastern pattern, so it's kind of, we're right on the line. This could be a case of minutes or hours. It's hard to tell. It better be minutes. I don't have a whole lot of fun ideas to pass the time right now, but hey, how you doing there, Ryan? Dingleberry 420. Good afternoon. Yeah, we're in DC. What do you think? Nationals Park. Do you like the background? That's the plan. Wherever we're playing, you're gonna be there. It's like you're there. Look at these great seats, first base side. You know, once the game is up and running, then I'm looking over here at the screen watching the game. It's like I'm looking right at home plate. Fantastic, right? Like, I'm a genius with this setup. I'm a frickin' genius. Hey, let me adjust this. There's some notes to go over, but man, we got time, right? We got so much time, I'm sure. I have no idea how long this is going to take. But there, that looks a little bit better. Wow. Okay, so we wrap up down in Florida with a record of 13-14, it looks like. Nationals 13-15. Who cares? The Orioles had a no-hitter down in Florida this spring. That much is noteworthy. Yeah, let's go over the notes here. Let's see if there's some other notes to get through. Brendan Hyde says Gunnar Henderson and Jorge Mateo will both get a lot of at-bats in Sarasota the next few days. So they're going to stay down in Florida. Mateo still has a shot at making the team for opening day on Thursday in Toronto. Gunnar Henderson does not. He is on the injured list. I believe it's, I think I read somewhere where it said April 3rd was his first day eligible back, but if they put him on the DL, unless they don't count it until the first day of the season, he should already be into that 7-day window now, which means he should be eligible to come back in time for the series, the home opener against the Red Sox. But it may not be until the end of that series. Oh, there is something I want to talk about. This is very interesting. I need Rick Dempsey. Well, let Rick know I'm here and tell him to get on the Discord and we can talk. So I found this really interesting. How you doing, Bonnie? I found this very interesting, and you guys are probably going to say, oh, you're putting a real spin on this, BW, if you think I'm going to buy what you're trying to sell me right here. But I'm being absolutely dead honest with you that I'm now even more okay with the fact that we didn't sign Corbin Burnes to some $250 million 8-year contract. Because guess what, folks? He's already having sort of prima donna issues out there in Arizona. Now, some of you may disagree with me on this, but you know, this is something that was a bit similar with Marcus Stroman last season. The Yankees went out and signed Stroman in free agency, kind of in the latter part of the free agent window last winter, and due to the fact that Garrett Cole went down with injury in the spring and they didn't have a opening day starter in mind. Once Garrett Cole went down, the way things were lining up, they wanted to. The Yankees approached Marcus Stroman and said, "We want you to start opening day." And Marcus Stroman said, "Thanks, but no thanks. Thanks, but no thanks. Because I got this routine. I got a schedule that I like to keep, and you're messing with my schedule." Let me tell you something, folks. As much as I hate the Yankees, if the New York Yankees sign you to a free agent contract and come up to you at any point the day before opening day, I don't care, the morning of opening day, and they come up to you and say, "We want to give you the baseball. We want you to be our opening day starter." You say, you know what you do in that situation? If you're a team player, you say, "You got it, manager. Put me in, coach. Give me the baseball. I'll give you the best that I got." Period. That's what you do. You don't sit there and go, "Well, that's not really, lining up with my schedule." No, you don't do that. You think the old school ball players would have ever even had the cojones to say something like that? Well, basically, that's what happened with Corbin Burnes. Corbin Burnes is not going to be starting on opening day. In fact, he's not going to start until the 5th game of the season because basically there's a 1-day window that wasn't lining up for Corbin. So he's just not going to be able to pitch opening day. And I think that's just plain bonkers. Dude, you just got $250 million. Okay? You're pitching where you want to pitch. You're pitching. But so this is the other thing. So you only see this from players that make crazy amounts of money. Like if you're a guy on the come up in baseball, do you think you have the luxury of like saying, "No, really, I'm not really jiving with your plan. I got my own way of doing." Like, I just find it just, I don't know. It's not good for the team. It makes you sound like you're more important than everybody else on the team, and maybe you are. But you shouldn't present yourself that way. You should. I'm glad we didn't have a situation like this last season with Burnes. There were times during last season where we'd had an off day and Burnes could have pitched on regular rest, and instead we just sort of stuck with the 5-man rotation, and it was 5 days off between starts instead of 4. We could have probably worked an extra start or two out of him if we just pitched him every 5 days, but we didn't do that. But I guess if we tried to, he would have had a problem with it. I don't know. But long story short, Torey Lovullo, manager of the Diamondbacks, had to do a press conference and basically apologize and say, "My fault. I should have understood Corbin Burnes' needs a little bit better." And I'm just shaking my head at the whole thing. I wish Burnes the best. I'm not going to sit here and dump on the guy. But I'll tell you this, because of this scheduling snafu, Burnes' first start will be April 1st against the Yankees, which means his second start 5 days later is April 6th against the Nationals in Washington. And the reason why that's important is because the following day, back in Arizona, April 7th, 8th, and 9th, that's when the Orioles go out to play the Diamondbacks. Now, if Burnes had started opening day, he would have fallen into this 3-game window against us, April 7th and the 9th. But because he is now starting Game 5 of the season, and then again the 10th game on April 6th, he will miss us. And you can get this confirmed on Jake Rill's Twitter feed. We will be able to dodge Corbin Burnes because of whatever whatever happened here. I don't know how this possibly happens. You start the spring, you map out the pitchers and their workload, and you ramp them up for the season. And, like how the Orioles did. We naturally have a progression of pitchers, with Eflin being the opening day starter, followed by Morton. Then you got your choice of Kramer or Sagano. I'm going to assume we're going to find out which of those will start Game 3 and which will start Game 4 within the next 24 to 48 hours, I would hope. Maybe sometime before the end of this stream we'll find out about that. But, yeah, Corbin Burnes, man, I'm telling you, this is exactly... You know how I would not be happy if we had just said, hey, Corbin, here's $250 million. Welcome to the Orioles. And before the season even starts, you got a guy talking about, well, you need to do things on my schedule. I'm like, your schedule? Dude, you got $250 million, bro. Figure it out, man. Like, I don't know. Rubs me the wrong way. All right, so we got a rain delay. Hey, Janet. This is Janet. Hey, I forgot to check the Discord. I sent out a roll call. Did that get Janet back? Ms. Janet Hill's back, everybody. Folks.
Baltimore, you are seeing history being made today.
That's right. Ms. Janet Hill. Queen Baltimore in the house. Yeah, I got a new rain delay button here.
One day, it started raining, and it didn't quit for 4 months.
I hope it's not 4 months. Janet is out of hibernation. Janet, I don't blame you for missing most of these spring games. I mean, save the energy for the long season. And for an actual audience of hopefully about 10 times more than what we've been averaging here for these spring games. Right. Should I go over the lineups now? I don't know. Let me check the Twitter feed again for some news and notes. The Corbin Burnes thing. Orioles' Brandon Hyde said Jorge Mateo's readiness for opening day will depend just as much on compiling at-bats down in Sarasota as it will getting his body into game shape these next 2 days so he can play the utility man as needed. Quote from Brandon Hyde, just taking it day to day with him. Again, Gunner's not going to be on the team, so we're still going to need somebody to replace him on the roster, and I think Livan Soto is probably the best bet. Ramon Urias looks set to be starting on opening day with Jackson Holliday at short, Westburg at second, and Urias at third. In fact, today's lineup might be a bit of a preview of what's to come on Thursday. A non-Gunnar Henderson lineup. Let's go ahead and go over that. Today's Orioles starting lineup looks like this. Leading off and playing left field, Colton Cowser. Adley Rutschman will bat second and do the catching. Jordan Westburg. Look at him hitting third, playing second base. I like to see that. I hope Westburg gets an opportunity to hit in the top third of the order a lot this season. Ryan O'Hearn is the cleanup hitter in DH. Tyler O'Neill will bat fifth and play right field. Ryan Mountcastle hitting sixth and playing first base. Ced Mullins is batting seventh and playing center field. Ramon Urias at third base hitting eighth, and Jackson Holliday, the shortstop, batting ninth. What do I think of this lineup? I would make a couple of moves here. You got Mullins seventh and Holliday ninth. I would flip-flop those two guys. No offense said, but you had a really miserable spring. And in my view, you've got the weakest bat in this lineup. You got a great glove. You got good speed, but you should probably be hitting at the bottom of the order. And to have a guy with your speed hitting ninth, it's like having a second leadoff hitter, as they say. Although Holliday's got some nice wheels as well. But yeah, I would hit Holliday 7th and said 9th. The other thing I would do is with this lineup, you've got O'Neill and Mountcastle facing a right-hander back-to-back as right-handed bats. I like to divide those bats up. So the way I would fix that is that I would have Westburg hitting leadoff, Rutschman second, and then you move O'Hearn up to third, O'Neill up to fourth, then slot Cowser in fifth between O'Neill and Mountcastle, Mountcastle staying sixth. I would do it that way. That way your lineup looks like right switch, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Perfect. No back-to-back right-handers, which is what we got here with O'Neill and Mountcastle batting fifth and sixth. Those would be my two changes, but what do I know? I'm just a dude. All right. What do we have? Janet is the queen of Baltimore. I thought that was Melanie Newman. What?
Hit the bricks, pal. You're done.
What?
You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
What?
How about this? Peace, love, dope. Now get the hell out of here.
What?
Well, when you gotta go, you gotta go.
What? That's right, Chilo. Bite that tongue. Bite. Not qualified to pick up jock straps in the locker room. Janet's back, everybody. Janet's back. Would you look at that? All right, well, it is past what would have been first pitch. I'm going to at least see if maybe they got a stream running here. Maybe they're playing some kind of rain delay content, but at least I can have the visual and know exactly when. Oh, no. The stream's not even available yet. Okay. Have it your way. All right. Now what? Okay. Anything else in the notes department? Matt Bowman, by the way, had an opt-out in his contract that he could have used, and the Orioles, they've selected the contract, so they've made room for him on the 40-man roster by putting Tyler Wells on the 60-day DL, which makes plenty of sense. There's no reason for Tyler Wells entering the season to be on the active 40-man roster. He's not going to be available until sometime around the All-Star break or after. But Matt Bowman looks like he's got a shot to get the last spot in the bullpen. I think it's down between him and Bryan Baker. I think if Baker doesn't make the cut, I think he has to be designated for assignment. I don't think he has any options. But Bowman has had the better spring of the two. Here's something else we can talk about. Pigtown, how you doing? I've seen they're expected to cut him and push him through waivers. Bowman? Okay. We'll cross our fingers he gets through waivers because right now, right-handed relievers in our pen. I was watching the Locked On Orioles podcast, which, folks, if you aren't familiar with, another content creator out there who's dedicated to covering Orioles baseball, does a lot of research, a lot of the front office and stuff that, I don't do research on. I get a lot of information from Connor. What was I going to say about him? Oh, he was talking about how he thought the bullpen was really, really strong. And I'm worried about the bullpen a little bit worried. I mean, obviously the Mountain's back, and that makes everything better. But until he's 100% back, it's going to take me probably until June or maybe May until I feel comfortable with Felix Bautista and not feeling like I'm on pins and needles, knowing he can't pitch on back-to-back days, and is he gonna stay? Is he gonna stay okay? I feel like it's. I'm a little bit worried. He's got to stay healthy, man. Good Lord, we need Felix Bautista doing what he does. But, yeah. Most of our bullpen guys have been okay this spring. They've been okay. It's just Sir Anthony Dominguez. I'm just not. We lose Kittredge and Dominguez looks bad. That's two righties in the pen that we're supposed to be relying on. It makes us really thin. Makes me feel like Ynier Cano is the only guy I'd want to go to in a tight ball game. Looking for a right-hander right now. But we'll see. He can still elect free agency, though. Yeah, so that'll all be worked out here in the next 48 hours, I guess. The Orioles have, I think, until noon on Thursday to finalize the roster. So changes could be made right up until Thursday morning. And don't be shocked if we don't know which extra infielder is going to be on the roster until Thursday morning, or which is the final arm in this bullpen. It might not be until Thursday. Radio action in New York. WSBA has politics on, damn it. Well, fortunately, politics here in the Charm City chat are verboten. It's verboten here. Because, you know, what good does that kind of talk do? Even on a political channel, I'm not sure what it accomplishes. But on a sports channel, what do we got? Oh, look at this. On my Twitter feed, right below the Jake Rill tweet I'm looking at, it says who to follow. I'm getting recommendations of who to follow. Janet, guess who the number one who to follow selection is here I'm looking at. Here, I'll let you see. Right here. I should be following Ms. Melanie Newman. Play-by-play. Reporter and host. I would probably put host first, reporter second, play-by-play third. Feel like you're being a little bit disingenuous by going play-by-play. I mean, how many games does she actually call the play-by-play of? She's like the backup, right? Normally, she just interviews somebody at the end of the game or whatever, right? Or is in studio talking to you, pregame show, whatever. All right. Orioles statistics. Should I be following them? Oh, me? Oh, you don't want to follow my Twitter. My Twitter is mostly spent telling Elon Musk he's a. I don't know. You fill in the blank. But I'm at Fuzzy Warbles because I'm a big Clockwork Orange fan. That's my YouTube handle, folks. Twitter. He impersonates play-by-play. Women are getting more analysis sports the last couple of years. But yeah, by the way, if it sounds like I'm being misogynistic, please don't. Please. It's not that. It's not. I'm not somebody that thinks like a woman can't hold her own in the sports world. It's not like that at all. It's just Melanie. It's just Melanie. You know. I don't know. My cue? What about my cue? All good? You're damn right it's all good. Hey, thank you, Pigtown. I'll follow you back. I really don't do a whole lot of interaction on Twitter because it's a toxic wasteland. It's a toxic wasteland. But, boom. Follow back. You got an Oriole hat on. You're holding a baseball. That's all I need, dude. Boom. Look at us getting connected. Gotta get ourselves connected. Oh, wait. I forgot. I can't do any singing. There's a neighbor. Hey, Janet. There's a neighbor situation here at BirdWatcher headquarters. Are you aware? This is what you've been missing. I've got a neighbor that doesn't like me. got really upset about 12:30 on Saturday night. I sang into the microphone, and not even at a very loud volume, because it's John Lennon's Imagine. Like, how loud can you possibly belt a song like that? It's a soft song. But anyway, I don't know. Something happened in the game, and somebody was talking about Imagine something, and then I was like, Imagine, do, like just making up words. Like I got like one line, and then my neighbor over here pounded on the wall, and then reported me to the house landlady. And this is after he had approached me like a few days earlier in the morning, like 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm going out to get my breakfast and do my morning routine. And he's like, you're I think my neighbor. And I'm like, huh? What? Like, yeah, I stay next to you. I'm like, oh, okay, great. Yeah, you seem to talk a lot. Well, yeah, maybe you might have heard me while I'm streaming. I tend to talk. It's sort of my job. Yes, I thought maybe at first you were like with a lady or something, and but like all night I just hear you, and it's yeah, it's a pretty cheap apartment, it's rock bottom cheap. The walls might be a little bit thin. But I don't know what to tell you, dude. I'm just doing my thing here. Anyway, this guy's a dick. But he'll be gone on the 6th of April. So this is the final exhibition game. I'm going to try and not go crazy over a home run or something like that. And I probably won't have the energy to anyway, because I'm calling another meaningless game that's now in a rain delay. By the time this thing gets going, I'm not going to have energy. But once Thursday comes, so he'll have tomorrow night and the next night off, no games. But Thursday, which here will be like Thursday night, like 2 a.m. going into Friday, when I go live for opening day, you're getting 100% BW. You're getting all that personality. Nobody is going to tell me how to behave in my own damn room. Gosh darn it. Every time you bring music or your singing talent, I fully enjoy it. It's so weird how some people have an extreme aversion to other people when they sing. Like they only accept people who sing if they're on a stage with a microphone and you have to pay a ticket to see them. Otherwise, it's like, who are you to sing? You're not qualified. Who are you? It's weird. I'd love to sing. I love hearing other people sing. I love to hear people whistle. You ever seen somebody just walking down the street whistling? Makes you feel like, things aren't so bad. That guy's whistling over there. He's having a good day. It's contagious. Remember the pre-soundboard days when BW did everything with his voice? The OGs remember that. Yeah, And my vocal cords are very thankful for allowing the soundboard to pick up some of the slack, especially with the bugle call. That bugle call was hurting. Hey, BW, the family got me a new O's jersey for my birthday, and it will debut on opening day. Well, that's awesome. I mean, if you're going to advertise, you should get a shot of it up on the Discord. You don't have to make it too sexy or anything, Janet. It's not what I'm thinking. This ain't OnlyFans. But, yeah. That goes for everybody. I'd love to see you guys rocking some Orioles gear. Post some photos up in the Discord. That would be nice. Maybe we can have a little like a slideshow, like to open up the pregame for opening day. Just showing some of you fans out there in your Oriole gear, getting ready for opening day. That would be fantastic. I can dream. Did someone say your neighbor was German? Yes. I get the quiet day thing. It's a thing in Germany. Well, here's my thing, Robert. It's if you're into if your number one priority in taking a holiday is that you want to go somewhere where it's nice and quiet, don't pick a city that is like the American version of Atlantic City as your vacation destination. Or Las Vegas or Myrtle Beach, because that's the kind of city, or Miami Beach. That's the kind of city this is. This is a 24-hour city, a lot of nightlife, a lot of people hustling and bustling at all hours. It's not abnormal to see just as much traffic on the road and people doing things at 2 o'clock in the morning as it is at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It's just the way it is here. So why you would pick this place? And then again, like you know, you're being a cheapskate about it, because I know you picked the cheapest apartment you could find, because so did I. I live here. This is not a place where foreigners who are on vacation typically stay. This is like a long-term stay apartment building, mostly with Thai people living in it, right? And guess what? I've been here for a few years now. I've had Thai people living in the apartment next to me. No one's ever complained. Just you, dude. So, whatever. What else? Crab cakes. Oh, crab dip. Crab balls. Woohoo, Robin. The real Howard Stern is here. Hey, Howard. You got any bits we can do during the rain delay here, buddy? Can we play was it the Holly Weird squares, or what's going on with the hair here? This looks like a bad comb over. What's going on? This is my hairline, people. I'm not trying to hide anything. I've got a giant forehead, but sometimes the hair makes it look like I'm wearing a toupee. It's not really my intention. I just want it to be as plain and not defining who I am as possible. That's my idea of a haircut. I don't want it to define me. Rod with today's word. Wasn't that one of the words of the day on Pee-wee's Playhouse, Rod, I believe? Like whenever that word was said, everybody'd have to go, ah! That was on one of those naughty episodes. Janet called me a five-head. Really? Yeah, you know, because it's a forehead, and you know what that fifth head is? It's the one Melanie's giving me down here. Hey, Melanie, how you doing out there? Hope you're doing all right.
Hey, everybody, we're all going to get laid.
Yeah, that's where the fifth head is. All right, so don't you worry. There's a reason. There's a method to my madness. There's a reason this camera cuts off right here. You don't know what the hell's going on down below, and you don't want to. Jeffrey Toobin ain't got nothing on me. All right. I'm going to have a lucky, because I'm sitting here with nothing to do, and the coffee is starting to run out and get less hot. So let's have a lucky. Luck could be a lady tonight.
I mean, you know I'm a Lucky Strike man from way back, so.
Hey, here's something. Everybody hit the like button already that's already chilling? We got, oh my God, look at that. More than double the amount of people that are here right now versus the likes. Do I have to do this for every broadcast? Must I? I feel like an annoying teacher who has to talk to the class. Class! Ahem. Achtung. Welcome to my channel. Please, make yourself at home. We're going to be here a while. I'm happy to have you. I got one favor to ask. Right now, take the equivalent of about 0.3 seconds and tap the like button on your screen right below. That little thumbs up. Just tap it. It'll turn bright white, and then boom, you're done. Your obligations for the day are over. Easy. Nobody's doing it. Wow. All right. I mean, I'm talking to more than 13 people in the chat, right? I'm talking to somebody in chat right now who hasn't hit the like button. I'm talking to you. Because there's more than 13 of you in the chat. I can see it. I can count. I love it. That's what you get. You see, I reprimand, and then, this is what you get. I have to walk that fine line between coddling the audience and reprimanding the audience. And, hey, that got one like. All right, I'll shut up. I had to do it until I got one. How you doing? Are we going to get to 5,000 subscribers this season, folks? I don't know. That's the goal. That's what I'm looking for. All right. I mean, if this takes a while, I could maybe run down to the 7-Eleven and get a snack because I'm not hungry now. But if this thing doesn't start for like another half hour and then it's another 2.5 hours of, I'm gonna get hungry. Oh, Howard Stern wants to interview me. Hoo-hoo. Go ahead, Howard. You got some interview questions? Let me guess. You want to know about my sex life? What else? Tell me about your first threesome. All right, I'm ready to be interviewed by Howard Stern, folks. Let's go. Yeah, the lineups are out, Rod. I didn't go over the Nationals lineup. I could do that for you. So how long have you been in the Pacific, and what brought ye here, or what brought you there? It'll be 10 years since I first came out here in September. It'll be the 10-year anniversary in September, which is just crazy. It's crazy. I mean, we're now talking about like over 20% of my life. And if you're talking adult life, it's closer to like a third of my life has now been out here. Like the acclimation is completely over with. Like if I were to go back to the States now, I would be like a fish out of water. It'd be like Crocodile Dundee, except I don't have any really fancy knives to whip out. And I don't have any crocodile skin vests. Not in Baltimore City proper, real Howard. I grew up in PG County. So I consider myself a dual citizen between D.C. and Baltimore. I feel like I've got sort of a Baltimore heart with a D.C. mind, if that makes any sense. Like I'm super analytical, but I'm also like a bit of a, you know, carefree artist type guy, you know? The analytical artist, the perfect recipe for self-hating depression. Yeah. You have a Baltimore height, but the DC accent, aka lack of. Well, I wouldn't say I have a. I don't know what a DC accent really is. I guess it would just be a lack of an accent. But I don't think there's any real defining like words or syllables or vowels or like what makes a DC accent a DC accent? I don't know. While you think of that, let me go open the back door so I can let this smoke find a place to escape. Bowman, please. I'm always getting these. I look like Ronnie Munn, the Ronnie the limo driver from the Howard Stern show. No, I don't. That guy's got like gray curly hair. I look nothing like him. How about that? How about you could pick any random Howard Stern personality, and it would be just as accurate as that. I look like Gary Delabate, right? I look like Fred Norris. I look like Jackie. I look like Artie Lang. Believe me, there was a time when I definitely looked like Artie Lang. That's probably the closest comp. But, yeah. You don't hotbox. I hotbox my studio. Not for tobacco. What's the point of hotboxing tobacco? You do look like Fred and Jackie had a kid. Hoo-hoo. Hey, everybody. A little Fred the Elephant Boy? Come on, now you're just being mean. Give me a break. Do I have any Beetlejuice going on, too? Huh? Give me a break. Nah, I think the dude that was on yesterday that brought up Jonathan Davis, the guy from Korn, like, that's the one I get the most. Is the guy from Korn. And I've never had dreadlocks, so I guess it's maybe if you made like an avatar of me in a video game and you added dreadlocks, I'd look like him. I don't know. I've been getting that since the early 2000s, yeah. David Cross. Well, I mean, God, he's funny, he's an asshole. I appreciate that. Got a hot wife. At least he did. Not sure if he still does, but I'll take David Cross. I'm a huge fan of Mr. Show. That's one of my favorite sketch comedy shows of all time. That was such a damn good show. It still holds up, too, if you guys ever watch Mr. Show. It's amazing all the things Bob Odenkirk has done with his career since that show, and, of course, David Cross and doing other things, but those two together, a lot of great talent on that show. Hey, Froggy. Everybody say hi to Froggy. Hey, Rob. Now, wait a minute. I got a couple of mods that just happened to show up, a lady and a gentleman. What were you two guys up to? Are my mods hooking up behind my back? What is going on with Charm City? You guys are like, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Now, Mr. Stern, we don't need to type a bad word like that. This isn't XM. This isn't serious. You got to treat this like you're still on DC 101, man. You got to treat this like DC 101. I occasionally, I know, yeah. Dump out of that. Hoo, Robin, dump out of that. Look, I drop bad words here and there. It happens. So you're fine. It's okay. Rob just woke up. Okay, let's turn the interview over now to Rob. Hey Rob, what the hell were you doing that you just woke up at 1:40 in the afternoon on a Monday? What was Rob? Let's play What Was Rob Up To? Oh, you're sick. I'm sorry to hear that, man. All right, I won't throw you in the barrel. I'll leave you alone. I mean, you're from Baltimore. So by default you're sick to begin with, right? So maybe you need to be a little more specific. We're all sick. That's a bummer, man. Hey, Fitzy, how you doing, buddy? Fitz.
Sorry, Charm City chat. Sorry.
Look how quick I am on the button. I guess what he was doing, if he just woke up, is sleeping. I meant the night before, Chilo. That's usually what's implied when you're like, wow, you woke up late. What did you do last night? That was the implication. Did you see the Maryland game yesterday? I saw the buzzer beater. I saw the end of it. Colorado State. Happy for Maryland. But I can't sit here and pretend like I've been following the team or know any of the players or anything. But I wish them great success. I forgot to get an ashtray. Uno momento. Yeah, he did travel. He did. The dude that made the game-winning shot took 3 steps. He did. He did. But you know, what are you gonna do? They blew the call. They didn't call it. Yeah, it was still a clutch shot, but he took 3 steps. Give me 3 steps, mister. And I won't tell you no lies. Now when I'm singing, I have to do it like softly. I think that's my neighbor's #1 problem, the singing. Maybe when he leaves, I'll play that Sound of Music song for him. So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, good night. Adieu, adieu to you and you and you. At least Michigan made the Sweet 16 and hit that game winner against Maryland in the same season. Michigan. The Fab Four. Oh, man. Who could remember who the Fab Four was? Juwan Howard, Chris Webber. Who were the other 2? Webber and Howard are easy to remember because they played for the Bullets. And I can't remember the other 2. Who was the Fab Four from Michigan back in the... Jalen Rose. There you go. That was the other. Okay, so who's the four? Who was the Ringo Starr of the group? Who gets last billing from the Fab Four? Jimmy something. Yeah. And of course, the famous Chris Webber timeout. Oops. Not a good way to end the ball game. Hey, I got a new subscriber, I think, since we went on the air. Thank you, 2351. Remember, that is your number, folks. It's like Squid Game. That is your assigned number. And don't forget it. All right. I guess I better come up with some content ideas. Right? I'm going to check the MLB.com website and see if, by chance, they have listed the starter for the Orioles for Game 3. They have not. It's to be determined against Max Scherzer. So let me ask you at the Charm City chat. You got two options. Game 3, Game 4. Who do you want? You want Sagano in 3 and Kramer in Game 4, or the other way around? I say you pitch Sagano Game 3 because Max Scherzer is going to be on the mound for the Blue Jays, and I just love the storyline of that. You got a major league debut for a very decorated Japanese pitcher that, you know, when you look at his accomplishments, pretty comparable to a Max Scherzer. This guy's going to be in the Japanese Hall of Fame when his career is over with. And Scherzer will likely be in the Cooperstown Hall of Fame here. So, yeah, I think it just would make it a really nice storyline. And if it doesn't really make a difference either way, then go ahead and do it that way. And that way you have on Sunday, Dean Kramer would be facing Chris Bassett, right? Let's do it that way. Let's get Sagano in there Game 3. And then we got Boston coming up Monday. It says to be determined, but Cade Povich has already been announced as the starter for the home opener on Monday, March 31st. Tuesday's an off day. And then from there on, who the hell knows? What about just the Orioles' schedule? Let's look at some of our opponents here in the early weeks. Four games at Toronto. Come back home, just a 3-game series at home against Boston. And then we hit the road again. We go to Kansas City for 3 and then out to Arizona for 3. And again, we're going to miss Corbin Burnes because of a scheduling snafu by Diamondback management, apparently. But yeah, 3 games at Kansas City and 3 at Arizona, an off day on Thursday the 10th, and back home for our first real homestand of the season. 3 against the Blue Jays, 3 against Cleveland, and 3 against Cincinnati. So we're going to have a lot of Ohio. We got 6 Ohio games in a row. Cleveland and Cincinnati. 6-game road trip after that at Washington, at Detroit, and then, hey, the Yankees come to town at the end of the month, starting on April the 28th. So we get the Blue Jays, the Yankees, and the Red Sox all at home before the end of April. We're going to want to do well in those games. Against the Nationals, you would hope to take 2 out of 3. The Reds, you hope to take 2 out of 3. Cleveland at home. I think Cleveland has taken a bit of a step back this season. They got rid of Josh Naylor. They got rid of Andres Jimenez. They haven't really brought in much to replace those guys. I'm hoping we can take 2 out of 3 there. I'm going to say we might drop. I think between Kansas City and Arizona, 6 games on the road, I think we'd be happy with a 3-3 record. You know, maybe take 2 out of 3 from one and just settle for losing 2 out of 3 to the other, because they're both pretty good teams, playoff caliber teams on the road. Particularly when you consider on Sunday we're playing in Kansas City, and then the following day we got to play on the Diamondbacks in Arizona. So you got a quick travel turnaround there. That's never easy. So let's say, be realistic about this. I want to say between the 4 games in Toronto and the 3 games at home against Boston, we're no worse than 4-3, right? If we get a split in Toronto and take 2 out of 3 of Boston, or if we can take 3 out of 4 in Toronto and only win 1 out of 3 against Boston, either way, I think we can say 4-3. And if things go well, we could maybe get to 5-2, and then you go 3-3 on the road. Now you're at 7-6, and then we get this 9-game homestand. That's where I feel like we can start to get a nice record going there. I think we can go 6-3 at home. That would put us then at we'll be in first place by the time we play the Yankees on the 28th. You watch. Weather will suck for Ohio games. Football weather. Oh, you're talking about who Boston's going to have on the mound in that series? Your 5, Crochet and Bueller. Yeah. So that'll work, you know. Crochet versus Eflin, and then Bueller versus Morton in all likelihood. Man, that's really we're gonna know real early about the strength of these pitching staffs in this division and where we stack up against Boston with those 2 major pitching acquisitions in their rotation. So we don't get to face like Quinn Priester, or who's that other guy in the back end of your rotation. Your 4 and 5s are Fitz. Yeah, Fitz is the other guy. What a perfect name for Fitzy. He's got a guy named Fitz. Can Mountie take the mound against the Blue Jays? Well, Dingleberry, it's his bat that's doing the damage. Fitz played pretty good at the end of last year. Oh, here's something else to talk about. Again, the Locked On Orioles podcast, if you're not familiar with it, it's a daily content channel on YouTube hosted by Connor Newcomb. And on the most recent episode that aired sometime in the past 24 hours, maybe only a few hours ago, I was on there and I left a comment because he posed a question to the audience. Name your biggest, prediction. Like, what's your boldest, I guess would be the appropriate word. What's your boldest prediction for the Orioles this season? And let me go back and find that comment section, because when I went back to look at it, I got a notification like somebody liked the comment, and I clicked on it, looked back at the comment, and my prediction got more likes than anybody else's, which I guess means people are picking up what I'm putting down here. Maybe it's because I had that Oriole Birdwatcher logo next to my name. You know, that gives you a lot of street cred. Yeah, I'm leading in the comments section for likes when it comes to predictions. So my prediction is this, folks. Priester did not make the roster. Okay. John Newcomb did. Newcomb, is he a lefty or righty? Hey, Shibby's here, everybody. Please don't mind Shibby. He has a condition where he has to yell. If you could take out some of the Nats starters for Thursday, it'd be appreciated. Yeah, so here's my bold prediction, folks. Cade Povich pitches his way permanently into this rotation, 25-plus starts, and he leads the team in wins. Yeah, I thought he was a lefty at the end of the season. That's my bold prediction, which I think is bold, considering that when spring started, Cade Povich wasn't even considered a guy that was going to be in the rotation at all. And it's even bold when you consider once Grayson Rodriguez gets healthy, later on in the year when Bradish gets back, these are threats to Cade Povich. But I think Cade Povich is going to pitch so well compared to Morton, Sagano, Kramer. I think Povich is going to just lock in a spot in this rotation and keep it. I think he's going to hold it. I believe in this kid. And now, if you remember last season, when Povich first broke in, it was an absolute nightmare. And if you look at his stats from last season, it really doesn't tell the story of how he really turned things around when he got sent back down and worked on his command, particularly with the curveball. I mean, he could not spot the curveball to save his life when he first came up. But that command is looking a lot better now. We need a left-hander in this rotation. He's looked really good in the spring. I think he's got what it takes, and he's got all that veteran leadership around him now with Morton there, and now Kyle Gibson's going to be there to help mentor him a little bit. I think we're going to see something special out of Cade Povich this season. And considering we worry so much about our pitching and put so much emphasis on our hitters and how much they can accomplish, yeah, I'm pretty proud with my prediction. Cade Povich. I think he's going to do more than people think. We won't see a 20-game winner again. I mean, when did we last see one? Flanagan in 80? When's the last time we had a 20-game winner? I think it was Flanagan 45 years ago. So it's been nearly half a century. So I don't think it's a hot take. I know other teams have had them, but not us. So yeah, when I say Cade Povich will lead the team in wins, I'm not exactly saying this guy's pushing for 20, but I could see him getting 13 or 14 and that being leading the team. It's going to be tough. Again, it's a bold prediction. A lot of things got to go right, but I got confidence in Cade Povich. All right. What else? Jeez Louise, do we have an update yet? We're coming up on an hour on this rain delay here. And if I can at least get an update saying when they're going to start, if it's enough time, I'm going to run down to the 7-Eleven and get a snack. Because we're going to be here a while. And your boy needs to be well nourished in order to give you the best damn play-by-play possible, right? You can understand what I'm talking about, right? Lit a spliff. All right. Rod, you don't have to bring it up twice. All right. Welcome back to the Orioles BirdWatcher Channel. I'm your host, PW. Now we're hotboxing. Now we're hotboxing. All right. Talk to me, Charm City Chat. What is on your mind? 2 out of 10? All right, buddy. You want to see better? What do you want? What would impress you, Fitz? One through the nose hole? No? I need you as my neighbor. Too funny. Well, Dingleberry, there's going to be an open apartment next to me here in about 2 weeks. It's yours if you want it. The rent is cheap. What do you say? Boy. I might be playing some online. Hey, who wants to see me kick some Yahtzee butt? You look a little bit like Beaker from the Muppets. Yeah, a little bit. With that shock of orange hair, a foam nose, giant eyeballs without eyelids. Yeah, I look just like him. My mouth opens like this. How the hell do I look like Beaker? Come on. What's the name of the other scientist? The one with the orange round head. I feel like everybody knows Beaker, but nobody knows the other guy. Is it like Mortimer or something? I feel like that dude, he's like the other bosom buddy to Tom Hanks. I feel bad for the other guy. Go get food? Oh, yeah, Dr. Bunsen. Thank you. Beaker and Bunsen. That's right. Thank you, folks. Thank you for that trip down Muppet memory lane. Beaker talks. I do a great Beaker impression. Right? Something like that. Well, you tell me to run down now to get food, but I just lit this J, and now I suddenly don't have a whole lot of motivation. I've really set myself up for a trap. I'm gonna have the munchies, but no motivation to do anything about it. The catch-22 of pot. Look at me just sitting out here in this full ballpark. I don't see any rain. Look behind me. Do you see any rain here? I don't see any rain. What are we waiting for? What's going on? Maybe some of my colleagues are streaming right now. Maybe I can bother them. Get baked and take a walk like in Bittersweet Symphony video. The Swedish chef. Isn't it funny how some things just... you know what? I'm going to leave that subject alone. I don't think you people are prepared for that sort of thing. Oh, wow. Oh, folks. Things are going to get crazy around here. Things are going to get a little bit crazy. All right, I'm going to show you guys how I kick ass at Yahtzee while we're waiting. For now. One game of Yahtzee. Come on. Hook me up. Where are you at? Scooby, 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 doo, 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 scoo. Scoot, scoot, doo, 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 doo. All right. Give me an opponent. Hey, your name is Yahtzee. That's good. Come on. Who's playing me? Who's going to take on BW? Don't you hi me. I'm not here to make friends. You're my sworn enemy. What, are you going to get a Yahtzee on the first roll? Who do you think you are? Hey, you can have those twos. They mean nothing. I'm after big numbers. You see what I do? I just take a boat and I move on. What do you got? Yeah, take your ones. Take it. You don't know what you're doing. You got a small straight. Let's make it a large straight. All right, it's all right. Okay. What you got? I ain't. You can have that. I mean, look at me with my 4 6s. We're about to get Yahtzee, folks. Come on now.
Baltimore, you are seeing history being made today.
There it is, folks. Yahtzee. You see how I do? Boxcars, baby. Boxcars in the house. You can't stop me, folks. Now, what was that roll? What was that awful roll? What are you doing? I don't like that roll. All right, I'm down to my last couple of hits here. That's not a good 4 of a kind. Ooh, I got to go for large straight. You got to go for large straight. Boom. Look at that lower box, folks. Yahtzee, large straight, full house. That's all. This game's already over. Let's start working on some upper bonus, shall we? Loaded dice? What do I look like? What am I, delinquent? Hey, you can have those 4s. You can have that. You can have it. I'm not concerned. See me? I got boxcars coming out the yin-yang. Look at that. Double Yahtzee, 30 and 6s. It's over. It's over. It's over for you.
You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
This boxcars won't quit. Oh, that sucked. All right, I'll take it. I won't complain. Telling you folks, I'm a Yahtzee master, and now I get to prove it. If I can get live Tetris on here, original Nintendo style, then I'll really show you something. All right. I'll backtrack and, you know, I'll take a couple of 3s. That's fine. All right, that's the last hit because I'm going to burn my lips off. All right, where's this going? You need a home. Oh, this person's getting crushed. This person is no match for me. It's just no match. What you going to do? Look at that. Where'd that come from? No, I'm playing a real I'll show you the difference between a computer versus a real player. Like you can sit here and have like emoji conversations with these people, and trust me, sometimes it gets pretty hairy. So what do I have up top? 42 plus 12, 54, 55. So just 2 5s. 2 5s, I got upper bonus. And I don't even get... Oh, there they are. 1 for good measure. All that's left is 4 of a kind. And I've just crushed this person at Yahtzee. That's what I did. Look at that. I even pulled 4 of a kind out of my butt. I mean, folks, look at that card. Upper bonus. 4 of a kind. Large straight. Yahtzee twice. 400 plus points. Booyah.
Oh boy, is this great!
This is great iced tea.
This being Baltimore and all.
So yeah, if I just go like here, this Bill guy, this would be me playing the computer. Like, boom, I got a full house. Now the computer will play a turn. This is not a real person. But you go to multiplayer. These are people that pop up like in a chat room, and you just click on somebody to challenge. They might challenge you, and you play them. It's free. I've been using this thing for years. Ain't nothing better than free entertainment. Like, to me, this is my version of social media. Because you sit here, you play a game with some random person, and, you know. Ooh, I went for it. I went for it, and I took it. Someone next to the O's pitcher is warming up. All right, let me take a look at the broadcast and see if that's on yet. Thanks for the update, Chilo. Look at that, large straight. Boom. Crushing it. Crushing it. You can't mess with this. I still don't have it. I might have to go to my backup channel because this one's still not showing a broadcast yet. Oh, you think? All right, you can waste 3 of a kind now this early. That's fine. Now, see, folks, the normal person would go, "Oh, a small straight right there," and I've already got 6s. So, but no, I'm keeping these, and I get a full house, which is, even though less points than a small straight, tougher to get. Small straights, they just fall out of the sky. You know. I don't think I've ever played a game where I didn't get a small straight. It's a Masson exclusive, and they suck. So what's the deal? Is it a rain delay, or is Melanie Newman like having a hair crisis, and she refuses to go on the air until her hair is just right? Is that the idea? Let's pick on Melanie some more. Boom, 4 of a kind. This person's toast. It's just another person in my way getting destroyed. What is it? Why is it every time I play something I win? I'm it's like a curse. Yeah, what are you going to do with that? 0 in the Yahtzee? You're finished. It's over. Look at this. I'm going for 3s even though there's no reason to. I'm a madman. I'm going to put a 1 in the 1s after all that nonsense. I'm crazy. Postponed? No. How do we go from a pitcher warming up to the game is postponed? Oh, no. That stinks. And this person quit on me. No. Really? Damn, man. Because, I mean, Mateo, that doesn't give him a chance to get another crack in the lineup. So, oh, wait, he wasn't in the lineup. What am I talking about? I guess that doesn't make a difference. Cade Povich with one more chance to get some work in before the season starts. I guess that's the most important loss here. Why do they even say postpone? Doesn't postpone mean that it's going to be, played at a later date? It should just say canceled. It's a canceled event. It's not postponed. It's over. Well, what a anticlimactic into the spring this has been, folks. What was your highlight this spring, folks? Was it Vance Honeycutt's spring breakout inside the park home run? Was it the fact that the Orioles combined to pitch a no-hitter? Or was it this stream where you watched me play Yahtzee and smoke pot for no reason? This stinks. Oh, boy. All right. Well, I guess that about does her then. Machine. Yours is the new setup. Thanks, Ram Dog. Well, folks, if anybody's feeling, generous, Super Chat would always be nice before I sign off because this turned out to be a total dud. I'm not even going to. What kind of a turnout was this? I'm sorry you guys had to watch ads. Maybe I should do that for rain delays. Turn the ad thing off. But then I got to remember to turn it back on. I got to 20 likes. Wow. On the eve of the man, I hope things start picking up when this season starts. I mean, my number one hope is that, hey, I've been streaming for the past month now, mostly every day. I'd say out of the last 30 days, 25 of them, there's been like a game. Maybe that's, 20? I don't know, something. Enough to the point where I'm hoping the YouTube algorithm after, several months with no content is recognizing that this channel's back and it's regularly putting in some fresh content. So keep pushing me out there in the algorithm and get me back on track like I was last season. Otherwise, it feels like I'm starting from scratch here again. I hope not. Let me check in here with the chat one more time, and then I'll sign off. And then folks, I just drank a cup of coffee. I was expecting to be up for the next few hours and run down to the 7-Eleven. So, and I need to adjust my sleep schedule because a lot of these games to start the season are games that start locally for me 2 a.m, 3 a.m. So I got to be used to being up now. So it's not a full loss. Have a great afternoon. Got to get ready for work. Thank you, Dingleberry. Appreciate it. OPS for the Orioles like Holliday, BW. Hope they take them to the regular season. I'm going to say that the Orioles are going to have the second highest OPS as an offense in all of baseball, if not the highest. I'm saying no lower than second. It's that good. Another bold prediction. I don't mind ads, especially when they're under a minute. I will watch those. So that if anything is unskippable after 5 seconds, please let me know because I don't want anybody to have to sit through anything for more than 5 seconds. I understand there's ads that are longer, but they should be able to be clicked out of after 5 seconds. For real ball fans, you're becoming our go-to guy for any question, score, or stat. Well, Rod, I live, eat, and breathe the Orioles, man. That's the thing. I can honestly tell you, any other part of life, any other advice you might need or opinion about something, don't take it from me because I'm just like everybody else. I don't really know. I'm just throwing out ideas. But when it comes to covering the Orioles, yeah, this is my wheelhouse. This is what I was here. This is why I was here. This is why I'm here. Yell and sing once for your neighbor. No, I'm actually. That's probably one of the I know you're joking, Michael, but now that you mention it, that's actually probably one of the benefits of this rain out is that I won't be on for so long, and dude might, not want to kill me before Thursday. Come Thursday, it's on. Oh, we'll see how it's going to be so weird, like opening day. And the first big thing that happens, the first run of the game, or if Eflin goes out there and strikes out the side or something, or somebody makes a defensive great play or something, I'm going to be like, yeah, and he's going to hear it, and I'm not going to hold back because it's part of the experience of the channel, my real reaction. The events of the game. I'm not going to castrate myself for this guy because he couldn't figure out where to go for a quiet place to stay for a vacation. That's your fault, buddy. Not mine. All right. Thanks for being here, folks. And yeah, mods, thanks for being here as well. Looks like there's some mod activity over here. What happened? I was doing a roll call. You guys going to be here for opening day? Rob says 99%. Blonde Janet says 99. Froggy's back. All right. We got our regulars. We can do this, right? We're going, hey mods. Opening day is a big deal, right? I know, I guess we can just talk about this in the Discord, but this saves me from typing. I can just say it now. Let's really work on creative and fun ways to convince new viewers on opening day to subscribe to the channel and, I don't know, butter me up, make me look good somehow, fake it if you have to. Because this could be the biggest subscriber day that we get until who knows when. It's opening day, People, fresh eyes are going to be out there. Right? Every year, people have a light bulb that goes off. Like, I wonder if I can watch this on YouTube. And there's going to be a whole crop of those people on opening day. So we're going to be ready for that. Right, guys? We are going to be ready for opening day here on the BirdWatcher Channel, Season 2, Electric Boogaloo. Where's the merch? I don't know. It's coming because I need shirts myself to wear. Yeah, I wanted to see Povich pitch today, too. I did. Damn it. All right. All right, folks. That is going... Oh, one more thing, even though there's, nobody really here. So, okay, 22 people. That's okay. Listen up. Would anybody be interested, or would they think they might attend a opening day eve podcast here on the channel? So we're talking Wednesday evening, maybe 9 to 10 p.m., something like that. Would anybody be interested where we sort of go over our, I'd like to interact with you a little bit more, maybe get some voice chat in the Discord or something like that. Because I want to get everybody's take on how they're feeling. This opening day is a special... For me, it's my favorite holiday of the year. My favorite. It's not even close. If you're talking about a holiday, I guess Halloween is my favorite. But opening day of baseball is the best. It is the absolute best. I love it. So, yeah. Let's maybe do something the night before. Heck yeah. All right. We'll see how it goes. We'll play it by ear, and if it's a bad turnout. Maybe it'll just be like a 15-minute thing, but I'm going to try to do that on Wednesday night. All right, so maybe turn on your notifications, or just, if you're thinking of it, check in on Wednesday night with the channel, okay? All right, folks, you have a good rest of your afternoon. Sorry for the rain out. It really stinks, you know? We're going to be right here in D.C. with our full lineups going head-to-head, like dress rehearsal, you know? And we get nothing. All right, so Wednesday, but I'm sorry, I'm out of my mind. The podcast thing Wednesday night, we'll see how it goes. But everybody, don't forget Thursday, opening day. I'm going to go on the air at 2:45 p.m. That's at least 15 minutes, probably more like 20 minutes before first pitch. So plenty of time to do a pregame run through, and we'll be all ready to go. All ready to go. Like we'll have Albert Suarez in the bullpen.
Hey, you watch me every day.
And hey, you'll be here every day too, right, guys? All right. Stupid rain.
One day, it started raining, and it didn't quit for 4 months.
Yep, I guess that's what happened. 4 months of rain, and we've gotten washed out here in D.C. Hey, we got Washingtoned out. Get it? All right. On that awful dad joke, I'm out of here. Folks, this has been the BirdWatcher, and I'll chirp at you later. Have a good rest of your Monday, everybody. See you on opening day.